Berbers up in the mountains, go to Sahara Desert. I've been all over Morocco, but I do what I've always done as a boy in Brooklyn, hang out with the old folks. Listen to the oldest music I can listen to, you see. And all these people that you saw, only thing that was missing was in Jejuka. In Jejuka, you saw the two sons of the chief, but the group from Jejuka, they had to be somewhere else. So they played the rhythms for us. But all these traditional people, they are spiritual healers. They teach us that music is very, very old, coming out of Africa, with its spiritual values, passed all the way down to many, many, many thousands of years, passed down to us, you know. So it's that magic. And Hisham Adi, he's from Tanjah. He's written a beautiful book called Rebel in Music, tracing the traditional music of Africa and how it spread all over the world. You know.
What did you know of Randy Weston growing up in Tangier?
Oh, wow. Well, I first heard, he used to live on Rue Gibraltar, which is where I grew up, by coincidence, right? But he left before I was born. But growing up, my father used to tell us about this great jazz musician who played at the Cinema Alhambra in 1970, and my father was wooing my mother, so he took her to see Randy. Right? And she said yes afterwards, right? So that was the story we heard. But I just want to say that some of the music that you're seeing, that you saw in the documentary, was marginalized music. The 50s, the 60s, after independence. Sufi music, Berber music, the music of the Sufi orders, particularly the Gnawa, right, were marginalized, they were looked down upon. But it's thanks to the jazz musicians, right, starting with Randy, and then Pharoah Saunders, Archie Shepp, Ornette Coleman, and so on. Gnawa music today has moved up the cultural hierarchy and is the musical face of Morocco, right? Such that in 2015, we wrote letters, we spoke to the government, the Moroccan government honored Randy with a Wissam, a medal of honor from the Moroccan government, never bestowed on an American or on a foreigner for his contributions to Moroccan music.
Yeah!
What they've done to globalize this most marginalized music, to make it popular around the world, really. Right now, the annual, so in 1972, Randy put together a festival in Tangier at the Teatro Cervantes that you saw, right, where he brought musicians from the US. But in 2002, the government revived that festival, right? So there's an annual jazz festival in Tangier, and in Essaouira, and in Casablanca, and it's largely the work of the gentleman from Brooklyn.
It's such a testament to the connections that you made and the example that you set. You know, as I watched this film, this is my second time seeing it. It just occurred to me that this really is the portrait of a relationship. You know, this is about your connection with this very specific place and all of the cultural resonances of that place. And your first visit, I wanted to go back to the beginning of that relationship. Your first visit to Morocco specifically was in 1961, right?
No, 1961 was Nigeria.
No, it was Nigeria. Okay, so was it 67?
67.
Okay.
Yes.
Now there's a letter here that I want to read, and this is in your wonderful